This is the Freego F3 Pro electric dirt bike. Right now, even just standing next to this thing, honestly, it's impressive. You get the sense that it's built for adventure. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to have legit power, off-road capability, and that motorcycle but make it e-bike energy, well, this bike is pretty much designed for people like me, and maybe you, who want serious rides without the complications of a real motorcycle. So let's start with what it actually looks like, and my very first impressions. This bike absolutely stands out. It looks more like an electric dirt bike than your regular e-bike, but it still has pedals, if you're into pedaling. Its frame is made from aluminum, which makes it tough, but still helps bring down the weight a bit. The fat 20 by 4-inch tires are massive, and definitely eye-catching. From my experience riding, these tires make a huge difference on loose terrain like sand or gravel. There's way less slipping, and it absorbs a lot of the annoying bumps when you hit uneven ground. It's available in a bold green color, at least this one is, and the frame is chunky and solid. When you sit on it, you feel elevated, literally and figuratively. I'm a regular size guy, and the seat height is comfortable, not intimidating at all. The controls are simple and right where you expect. Throttle on the right, pedal assist buttons on the left, plus a decent-sized color LCD in the middle, showing you speed, battery life, and other key stats. That makes life way easier when you're out on a ride. Now moving on to how it actually feels and what my rides have been like. From my experience, the dual 1000-watt motors, so yes, 2 motors, one front and one rear, pack more power than I expected. You get up to 2000 watts combined, which means when you want to accelerate, there's basically no lag. I've tested a handful of fast bikes, and I honestly wasn't 100% ready for the jump this thing can deliver. Especially from a dead stop with both motors engaged. Hitting up to 35 miles per hour on an e-bike feels kind of surreal, but the best part is how stable it remains even at those speeds. From my own rides, I really appreciated how adjustable things are. The front and rear dual suspension isn't just a fancy spec. It really matters if you're planning on actually going off-road. Over grass, sand, even some small jumps. My back and arms didn't turn into jelly. The hydraulic brakes are legit, very responsive. None of that, are we stopping or not? Anxiety when you pull the levers. Hydraulic means the brakes have fluid inside instead of cables, so you get better stopping power and a smoother feel, which is reassuring, especially when you're going fast or hauling up to 400 pounds. I'd recommend this for anyone looking to commute, but also wanting to hit rougher trails or even just skip sidewalks and cut through parks. Key features that stood out to me are the battery system and those motors. I've ridden about 5 miles with the power off, just to get a feel for how heavy it really is without juice, and I'll admit, it's not my favorite thing to pedal without power. But the range is super impressive when it's on, especially if you're using pedal assist instead of just the throttle. The official specs say you can get anywhere between 68 to 108 miles on pedal assist, depending on which battery model you get and how you ride. In practice, I got over 25 miles of hard riding with lots of throttle, and was only down about 2 bars, which is way better than I expected. Charging is simple, but the battery's pretty big. Removable if you want to take it inside to charge, which is nice if you live in an apartment or don't want to lug the entire bike somewhere. There's even a USB port in the lower battery for topping up your phone on the go, which honestly is more useful than I thought it'd be, especially when you're using maps a lot. What do I like most? Pure and simple, the power and the fun factor. Every time I hit both motors, it just rips. Riding up hills, plowing through sand dunes, or even just hitting a patch of rough grass, the Freego F3 Pro barely hesitated. I know a lot of bikes talk a big game about all-terrain, but this one actually backs it up. It's perfect for anyone who's tired of getting stuck in wet grass or sand, someone who wants to go fast, and, honestly, for people who like a little adrenaline mixed in with their weekend rides. The tough build is really confidence-inspiring. This doesn't feel like a fragile toy, but like a legit transportation option. Comfort-wise, I'm impressed, but there's some room for improvement. The seat is wide enough for longer rides, but after about 20 miles, I noticed it started to feel a little firm. Not a deal breaker, but if you're using it daily for commutes or long trail rides, you might want to consider a different seat or add a pad for extra softness. Now, on to what I didn't like. Just to keep things real, this is a heavy bike. No way around it. The fat tires, dual batteries, big frame, and the motors all add up, making it just under 100 pounds. And that's something you'll notice if you plan on lifting it or if you run out of battery and try to pedal home. As I said, I tried riding 5 miles without the motor, and that was not the most enjoyable experience. It's doable, thanks to the gears. But I don't really see myself doing it for fun. Also, because it's got so many features and settings, it could feel a bit overwhelming if you're brand new to e-bikes. It took me a few rides to fully figure out the dual motor mode and how the pedal assist matches up with throttle speeds. That said, the learning curve isn't crazy. Just expect to spend a bit of time getting used to the controls and what every button does.